Let's get into some TFATK. Let's see how the mood starts, right? This is the first podcast they're doing together as a trio. I know the first podcast as a trio in a new studio. This is the first podcast episode they're doing as a trio in the new Fire and the Kid studio. The first one as a fucking trio. Actually, let me just see. I want to quickly see make sure my kick is working. My kick working? Let me make sure my kick is working. Bear with me a second here, people. I know this is not the best, but bear with me a sec. I just want to quickly make sure my kick is working. Is my kick working? Are you working over there on kick? Are you working? View channel? Yeah, it's working. Okay. If I type, what happened there? If I type, will it work? Let's see. Will it come up there if I type? Anything come up there when I type or not? Yes, it's working. Okay, cool. Brilliant. So, first thing I want to talk about here when it comes to the Fire and the Kid. This is the first episode they're doing together, right? As a trio, where they're in the new studio. They're in the new studio now, right? They're in the new studio as a trio for the first time. Now, in my opinion, new studio setup as a trio, the energy should be high, right? The energy should be fucking high. They should be fucking buzzing. They should be so fucking down. Oh my God, new studio. We're here together. New times. I know it's in the same building, but still, refresh alert, right? It gives you an excuse to be refreshed. It gives you an excuse to be fucking charged, to be pumped, to be ready to go. It's a new studio, right? Yeah, I know it's the same building, but it's still a new studio. And it's all three of them now. It's all three. It's not two, just Brendan and Brian who are kind of over each other. It's also Nick, who I feel like is vying for the position to step in when Brian Callen eventually quits, gets fired, or whatever else happens. So usually when it's all three of them, they usually got good energy, right? Because Brian's trying to bring it. Because Nick Simmons got the young guy energy. He's fresh. He's trying to do it. Nick Simmons also trying to impress Brendan. And Brendan sitting back and letting these two kind of fight over him like he's a fucking NFL football player. And they're a couple of IG models. So the mood should be up, right? Let's check the mood. First episode with all three. Let's check what the mood is saying between them on the Fire and the Kid.
Yes, we did, 'cause we back at it again. It's the Fighter and the Kid.
This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby.
I gotta get rid of this. This is too much.
Too thick. Especially as it's getting hotter.
Yeah, my girl loves it, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting lean now, so I have structure.
You don't want to hide it.
Yeah, it makes me. I think it makes my face fat.
Yeah, when you bulk, you want to do a beard.
Yeah,
everyone who bulks
That's
does
not bad,
beards.
You don't think so?
No.
Look at that energy. Look at that fucking energy. Look at that energy or lack thereof. They come into the show. The first thing they're doing is complaining. Nick's complaining about, oh, I don't like my beard. I want to cut it down. I'm actually looking a lot slimmer right now. I'm actually looking much more in shape than I was prior. I want to look at my problems that I have. I'm losing all this weight. I'm looking at but complaining, essentially. The first thing they're doing is complaining. Now, I also find it really interesting, the lighting on the show. Don't know if this is prophetic. Don't know if this is somehow prophetic, but the lighting on the show. Look at the lighting. Doesn't it seem like Brendan and Nick are lit way better than fucking Brian? Brian looks like he's in the dark over there. No? Am I bugging? Or does Brian look like he's in the dark over there? They've got Brian in the dark in the little cuck corner, right? Brian's in the dark on his little cuck chair. And you've got Brendan and Nick in the fucking lights. Under the big lights. Under the well-lit fucking studio lights. Whereas Brian is over there in the fucking cuck chair, having to pretend to take part. Look, he's even got an Abbott Kenny Fight Club t-shirt on. I think somebody's trying to get back into Brendan's good graces. He's even wearing the merch. When's the last time you seen Brian wear any merch pertaining to the Fire and the Kid? He'll wear fucking bulletproof coffee. He'll wear fucking expensive nonsense sandal merch. He'll wear some stupid gym merch that he went to for a couple of days. He'll wear this CrossFit t-shirt, but wherever he gets free, or he'll wear one of those t-shirts because Brian dresses a lot like Eric Griffin. Brian Callen dresses a lot like Eric Griffin. Like, you can tell Brian and Eric Griffin get dressed by their wives. Like when they go to Walmart or when they go to Costco, their wife pulls out shirts and gets them for them because they're fed up of seeing them in the same shitty stuff. But their wives buy them like multi-packs. Like Eric Griffin and fucking Brian Callen definitely let their wives buy them multi-pack t-shirts. You know, the ones that come in like gradients of green. So it's like avocado green, forest green, I don't know, wheat green or something, right? It all comes in little gradients, like gradients of blue, dark blue, navy blue, baby blue, right? It all comes in gradients. So I think that's what usually he does. If he's not wearing free t-shirts that he gets from fucking merch companies, sponsors, or especially ones he doesn't declare, because Brian's really cheeky. Brian wears t-shirts from brands that pay him money, but he doesn't mention it to Brendan. That's what I think. Little theory there. Don't know if this is true, but I'm just going to throw this one out there. I think Brian sometimes wears t-shirts from brands that he gets paid directly from, that he doesn't mention anything to Brendan about. He just keeps on the shh. But anyway, when's the last time you've seen Brian wearing any kind of TFATK merch in your life? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. When's the last time you've seen him wearing any type of TFATK merch? I think he's trying to get back into his good books. I think he's trying to show Brendan that he's one of the boys, that he's in it for the long run. He's not trying to let Nick take over for his position. But I do find it interesting how they are lit perfectly well and Brian is just there in his little cuck chair in the dark. And this is how they start the show, by the way. This is how they start the show. This is a new show, a new fucking podcast studio, right? There should be new energy. They should be really pumped to go. And this is how they're starting. So drab, so dry, so fucking monotone. They're both complaining. Also, look at the framing. Look at the fucking framing. Big up Chin. Big up Chin, the $100, the 100,000 a year fucking podcast producer. Big up Chin Su Yi, the $100,000 podcast producer. Look at the fucking framing. I'm a nobody, right? I'm a nobody. I'm just talking to you through a fucking MacBook Air, fucking webcam. The actual screen on this, but by the way, the actual screen, so make sure you support the channel. Make sure you support the channel, subscribe, become a member, all that shit. Because the fucking screen on this laptop, on my MacBook Air, is actually broken. No word of a lie. The screen on my MacBook Air is broken, so I can't even use the screen. But the webcam still works. I have to use the fucking monitor, right? So I'm using a fucking cracked MacBook Air, right? With a fucking webcam and a monitor and another fucking Chromebook. You know, it's all over the place. It's a very fucking slapstick, DIY, amateur fucking setup. But even I know, the guy with the amateur setup, I know this isn't correct. The fucking sign is not even straight. It's not straight, number one, right? And it's also not in the center. I know maybe it's in the center when he's filming these two, but if you have these three, you have to put the sign somewhere else, Chin. I know if you're filming just Brendan and Brian, it's okay maybe, if you change the angle of the camera, but when Nick comes along, you kind of have to move the sign. I know it's annoying. You have to maybe paste over the fucking holes with some paint or something. It's going to be annoying. I get it. You got to keep moving it every fucking time it's three co-hosts. If it's two, I get it. But that's the little attention to detail that goes a long way in these type of shows. And with a guy like myself, who's a little bit cracked anyway, right? I'm a little bit cracked. I'm a little bit tapped. I'm a little bit OCD. I already suffer from fucking some sort of, you know, undiagnosed mental health condition. When I see this, it kind of makes me want to twitch. You know what I mean? I'm all over here shaking. I can't get right. I can't focus. Because this shit isn't centered. This shit isn't fucking centered. And it's making me not want to focus. I'm all over the place. I'm looking at the carpet. The carpet also isn't centered. The carpet isn't centered either. Look at the carpet, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's making me fucking get cracked. It's making me fucking get cracked. It's not fucking centered either. Like, there's cables all over the floor. It's all over the gaff. You know? I don't know. And also, why is Brendan in the fucking middle all the time? Why does Brendan always have to be the king of the castle? Why is Brendan always in the middle? Why not just mix up a little bit to kind of freshen up the show because it's a new studio? Why have Brendan here? Why not have Brendan there on the right? Why does Brendan always have to be in the middle like he's fucking Genghis Khan? Why does he always sit on the fucking big throne chair right in the middle like he's fucking Tyrion Lannister or some shit? Wild one for that. Wild one for that. Anyway, let's continue pressing play. My critique means nothing because I'm small time fry. But like, subscribe, become a member, all that good shit. Let's go.
Let's do it, Ginster.
Let's go.
Keep that or no?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, go for
Let's
We'll
go.
do it live.
Come on, let's do it live.
F it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
How many times have they said that, by the way? How many times have they gone to that well? How many times have they gone to that fucking, what, is it Bill O'Reilly? That's his name, right? How many times have they gone to that Bill O'Reilly famous meme skit thing? How many times? How many fucking times have they gone to that well? Oh my, I wish that search engine was alive, by the way. I wish that search engine, by the way, big up the police. Big up the police, big up the police, big up the police. I wish that search engine, no snitching, don't snitch, no snitching, no snitching, big up the police, no snitching. I wish that search engine still existed. That somebody made on TFATK Reddit, where you could search all the episodes. Somebody made like a fucking search engine, but I don't think it exists anymore. But I wish it did, so I could fucking type in live, we do it live, and see how many times it's come up. I bet you could get so many fucking hits if you just type in "we do it live." They've been running that fucking meme, that skit into the fucking ground, man. Move on.
What's up, dude?
Right.
Are we in? Oh, we're in.
We're
By the way, I'm in a little bit of a good mood because I don't know if you guys know what Yamanaka factors are. Have you heard of this?
Here we go.
Oh, glad. So they're shooting viruses in your eye. Now, why? Because it's the first time in clinical studies with not just rats, but primates.
Again, boring topic. Don't get me wrong, but Brian's trying. Let's see how Brendan responds, and if he pours cold water on it, or if he just tries to like match his mood and also go, because it's a podcast, right? You throw up a topic, something you found interested in a week, something you got up to, whatever, and then you see how it goes. I'm curious to see, how does Brendan approach this? Does he match his energy, or does he do what he usually does, pour cold water over it, and then later complain, oh, Brian's not doing anything. He's too old. He can't be funny anymore because he's 60. He can't be funny. Brother, help him. He's trying to do something. That fucking guy's talking about his beard and cutting his beard. No one wants to hear that shit, right? The other guy you want to replace him with is fucking talking about his fucking beard. Who gives a fuck about his beard? At least this guy's fucking trying. Come on, let's see what Brendan does. Does he pour cold water over it, or does he try and assist him?
And now phase 1 with humans, that they are reversing aging of cells so that literally they have animals that were blind that had damaged
But you don't have eye
corneal-
issues.
No, but I'm saying they shoot it in there and the cells kind of reset and start like new.
Okay.
So people have literally better eyes.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
This feels like a conspiracy
No,
theory.
the guy
hold on.
want to know about
Hey,
prize.
Hold on. You know what's the best thing about this? You think you're going to be alive by the time it comes
they're
to
in,
humans.
they're in phase 1.
Yeah.
But you see that? Brian's trying to make an interesting topic, trying to make it whatever. And of course, Brendan just goes for the tried and true. Let's insult Brian. Let's say that thing about him maybe not being around anytime soon. You know what's funny though? Considering the amount of risks and considering the shit that Brendan puts into his body and considering how reckless he is in general, there's a case to be had. If you were going to put money on who would still be around, I'd say Brian's got more of a chance of being around than Brendan. Especially when you factor in the cars, all that malarkey. So these constant jabs about his unlikely fucking passing, it's getting a bit tired. And also, the guy's trying to make a fun podcast. He's trying to do an interesting thing. Is it the most interesting topic in the world? No. Am I gripped by this story? Of course not. But he's trying. He's like, oh, you won't be even alive. Brother, Brendan, gun to your head, spell alive without stuttering. Gun to your head, Brendan, spell alive without fucking stuttering.
Yeah. So in 10 years, Bubba,
Two more fucking brave.
that'd be fast.
phases.
That'd be
about 10
fast.
yees. Yeah.
10, 15 years.
The point is
You're gonna
that
be-
they're going to be able to do this with every cell in your body. They shoot a virus in it. It
Oh, no.
resets.
And we're looking forward to it.
Hey, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
No.
You're
Hold
gonna be
on.
having like this. Fuck.
No.
Just shitty here in heaven.
Hey, by the way, are the camera switches brutal or is it just me? Are the camera switches from Chin kind of brutal or is it just me? I feel like Chin with the camera is kind of brutal. It's kind of making me like, I'm kind of getting, what's that word called? I'm kind of getting like a bit of epilepsy. Like, is it me? Am I getting a little epilepsy? Or the camera switches are they're a little bit like, you know, they're making me like, they're giving me a little bit of, Maybe it's also the fucking non-stop sirens out there and that's not helping. But I'm feeling like Chin's camera switches are a bit rough. They're not soft, you know, they're a bit rough. They're like, they're like, you know, they're like that. Can you hear this? Like this. Like, it's super hard, you know?
Fuck.
I missed it.
Just eyes hanging
I
down like a
missed it.
fucking dog.
His original eyelids
No,
in
but
heaven.
Yamanaka factors, they say, they're literally a
He gets up
revolution.
there and it's just like,
I'm,
God's like, no
I'm
nip
dying.
tuck up here, Bubba.
No, I'm dying and they have it for my eyes. Good news is, bad news is you're dying. Good news is you can have good eyes and watch yourself die in a mirror.
You could see your family say goodbye.
Literally. It's the craziest shit though, where it's the first time.
Niggas already rubbing his eyes and bored already. Fucking all this podcast, man. I know we all have to earn a living somehow. And this isn't the hardest way to earn a living. But could you imagine just doing this all the time when you have to do it? You don't want to do it, but you have to, and you're already bored within the hour. Within the first 10 minutes, sorry, you're already bored. No, the first 3 minutes, you're already bored. Brian's already rubbing his eyes.
It's the craziest shit though, where it's the first time in history.
Huh? You're already bored. You've just started, bro. He's already tired. He's already fucking tired and they've just fucking look at him. They've just started and he's already tired. He's already over it. He wants to go home. He wants to go home, which I understand. He's old and shit. I get it. But still, could you imagine this is how you earn a living? You just got into work. You just clocked in. Because I think that's usually the sign of a bad job. I haven't had a lot of bad jobs in my life, right? I haven't had a lot of bad jobs. Even the jobs I had that were bad, I feel like a lot of it was my fault. Because I think you have to always have to take accountability to those type of situations. Because most of the time, bad jobs, if you're really, really, picky about it and you're really focused and you really pay attention, it's usually has to do with how you approached it, your attitude, your lack of work ethic, your lack of hustle, maybe your lack of concentration, not really blending well with people. There are some odd times where you can walk into a job and you get bullied straight away. You know what I mean? And you're getting fucking mugged off straight away and that's horrible. But for the most part, bad jobs are usually a reflection on how you approach them. But there are some, but in some cases, you can go into a job, which I have had before, and you know how they sell you the job in the interview? It's sold to you one way, then you start and it's another thing, and you're caught off guard. And then you start hating your job, and then you start doing that thing that people do where on the Saturday night, you're already dreading going to work on Monday. On Saturday night, when you're on your way home in an Uber from after night out, or after some drinks with your pals, or after a fucking meal, on your Uber ride home on that Saturday evening, you're already dreading going to work on a Monday, let alone what happens on Sunday. Those are usually the signs of a bad job. That's usually, I feel like, a sign to leave. Obviously, in this economy, don't leave any job, right? It's hard to get jobs nowadays. In this economy, probably don't leave any job unless you're getting physically assaulted, right? Don't leave any job by any way, shape, or circumstances, whether you're working in Tesco Express, Aldi, Lidl, the corner shop around the corner, someone's fucking garden, whatever job you have as a bar back, I don't care, waiter, do not fucking let go of those because jobs out here are hard to get. But if you're waking up in the morning, or if you're clocking into work and you're like Brian, and you get to your desk and you're already rubbing your eyes and you're already yawning, and it's only 9:02 and you started at 9 a.m., get a new job.
Is shit though, where it's the first time in history that they've been able to reverse aging in a cell. It's at the cellular level. Bring up Yamanaka factors. It's like,
oh, by the way, last thing to mention on this, right? Last thing to mention on this show, because I'm definitely not gonna watch the whole thing. I'll do the clips later, and I'll feed you the clips. I just wanted to give you a little intro of what's going on. I'm definitely not gonna watch the whole thing here. Do not worry. I'm gonna do the clips later, and we're gonna do it later, right? Another thing to mention. I can't believe I was arguing about Chin making 100 grand a year. If he's making 100 grand a year, if Brendan is paying Chin 100 grand a year, Brendan's the one that's getting scammed, not Chin. Remember for long we were saying, oh, Chin's underpaid, blah, blah, blah. No, if Chin is getting anywhere near 100 grand a year, Brendan and Brian are the ones that are getting scammed because they're overpaying him. Because look at this. Look when you scan up top. 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 Look at the framing. All of the fucking pipes are exposed. This shitty cable. I don't know if that's a cable. I don't know if that's mold. I don't know if that's some sort of like lining. If that's some sort, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like what the fuck is this, Chin? Chin. All of those years producing, and this is the best you could do. I know it's like a short day notice, right? I know Chin would argue, Agostino, you don't get it, man. This guy, Brendan's fucking annoyed. Because I could imagine a scenario where Brendan told Chin they were going to move studio on like Thursday, or Friday evening. And Chin's off, obviously. So he has to come in over the weekend to move all the stuff from one studio to the other, then set it up ready to go on Monday. So I could see Chin saying, hey, Agostino, man, come on, man. This guy told me to move studio on the fucking Friday morning, right? I get it. But still, bro, you're one person. It's one show. You have had, 4 days to get this started. You could have had a better, cleaner set. Without all these props, without the carpet and everything, without even the sign, there could have been a way cleaner set that they could have gotten away with than this. This needs at least a curtain around it. Some sort of curtain, maybe better framing, maybe bring the chairs closer to each other. Something, Chin, because this is horrendous, bro. All this exposed fucking pipe work and whatever this line is, this could be some sort of like backing or cladding. But it kind of looks like mold. It kind of looks like it's been damp, like some sort of leak happened upstairs. I doubt that's the case. I don't think this is damp or any sort of leak. I think it's probably like there's some sort of plaster wall and there's some sort of foil back in here at the back, right? Some sort of foil, some sort of metal griddle thing, right? Maybe this is like actually, you know what? Maybe this is actually a temporary wall. Maybe this is some plywood that Chin bought actually, or maybe it's some plywood, or maybe someone put up there to kind of and paint it white to make it look cleaner. Because I guess the side of the wall has this metal kind of griddles, but still, you have to do a better job than that, Chin. You got to do a better job than that. The sign is fucking uneven. It's not centered, and all the fucking plumbing of the fucking studio is exposed. Awful, 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 awful job there by fucking Chin. Absolutely, diabolically awful. So if he's getting paid 100 grand a year, he's scamming Brendan and Brian. He's scamming Brendan and fucking Brian.